All right, TJ, what'd you make of that? You're the Cowboy fan here.
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously, Tyron Smith, one of the greatest linemen of all time, plays, one of the most physically demanding and important positions on the football field. We all know how important the left tackle is. Of course, losing him is going to be tough. It's going to affect the run game because, running to the left side is something that the Cowboys do quite often, and why wouldn't you? But, I mean, it's football, right? It's the next man up, and that's how you got to look at it. You can sit here and be down, but the fact of the matter is you got some highly paid, experienced, professional grown men out there, and, you just got to step up. Next man up. That's how it's got to be, unfortunately.
Well, it sounds like, again, if the defense is as good as advertised in the way that Todd Archer just laid it out there, what do you got? You got to give them 21 a game. Let's just say that. Let's be generous and say 21 a game is what'll get you home more often than not to win your division. 21 a game. 24 a game. Let's do that. So your kicker can't miss.
No.
And you also can't miss in the red zone. You can't settle. You got to get those points. Let's hope as well your defense provides some. And with Gallup needing to get up to speed as well, and you just heard Todd Archer describe the wide receiver room as CeeDee Lamb and everyone else.
Yeah.
And that get Dalton Schultz in your fantasy league because it's going to cost he'll get you 100 catches, right? 100 targets.
I wrote his name down.
And so, to me, certainly if you've got to play a quick game, you got to get that ball out. Certainly if you're concerned in the first month, 6 weeks of the season that your kid and Tyler Smith isn't ready completely. Quick game. I'm telling you, man, that's got Tony Pollard written all over it. You got to get him and Zeke on the field together. You got to put him in a slot. You got to use him. You got to make him.
Yeah, he's electric.
Like a jack of all trades. You got to make him. You got to make him like get him in space, and let him do his work, and get him running 60 yards because he's in space and he busts one, and that's how you get your points.
I have no problem with that.
I know you have no problem, and I know that is so easier said than done. But
hopefully
I think
Kellen Moore is paying attention.
I don't know why I'm so Tony Pollard. I'm fixated on him.
Well, I think you do have a little anti-Zeke bias because of Ohio State, but it's not going to carry over to this.
Stop
you know,
that.
Maybe just in the bowels of your soul a little bit.
I do not feel that way about him. I felt that way about him in fantasy. That I want to have players on my team who I like to root for.
So that seems like a bias.
But that's a bias when it comes to fantasy. But when I'm talking professionally about this team, I say Pollard is there not because Zeke sucks.
No, yeah.
Or I don't want Zeke to be successful.
You've been high on Pollard.
You need Zeke to hit people in the mouth. He's your red zone guy. How many times have you been just screaming and yelling at the screen? Give it to him again inside the 5.
All the time.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Let him do that whole eat thing.
Feed him.
Right. And so you need him in December. You need him in January to be strong. The way to do that is give him less mileage at the beginning of the season. Certainly if he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage because of your situation.
Yeah.
But I'm also now saying, though, that using Pollard to spell Zeke, I think might be now as a best laid plan that you have to scrap. Yeah, because if you need to get the ball out fast, you need to get a guy in space. You need a quick game. You need somebody that's tough to cover because you also could scheme him free. You could also start him in the backfield, get a matchup problem. That's your guy, man. That's your guy because they're going to key like crazy on CeeDee Lamb.
So you're saying don't use him to spell Zeke. You're saying have him out there as a focal
I think
part of
the idea
offense,
of spelling Zeke is now, that's history. You got to get your best guys
out in the field. I agree with you.
You're taking on Cincinnati. They're going to score points. I think this defense, the way Todd Archer was talking about, is one of the best in the league. We saw it last year. They're going to have to do it again. Oh man!
But again,
your margin for error just got really slim.
We can't like crumble and get too worried right now. But
I know that.
There's problems.
It's August 25th. I get it, but It's
Settle
also
down
my
just
job.
a little bit.
Thank you, Jerry. It's my job to assimilate it and then disseminate it. And that's why I think this is now the Eagles' division to take. I think they're the better rostered team.
You might not be wrong about that.